Yo, what's going on, guys? The Key to G on EGTV, and we're back again with. Ooh, what the hell is that? We're back again with another video. This is the Invincible 5, but the rest of the panel are not here yet. So I'm going to speak to you guys to chat and get you guys started off with this video. Hope everybody's well. Hope everyone's doing well. Today, obviously, Champions League action on tonight. So we're not going to get too much into that because, of course, Arsenal aren't in the Champions League. And we're going to get into the Europa League, but we're not even playing this week because the game's postponed. We're going to get into all of that plus more. And Arsene Wenger has dubbed Arsenal title contenders. We got to talk about all of this plus more. Let's get this show started on EGTV. You already know what it is, guys. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's try to get this stream past 100 likes if you can. Let's go, people. Yo, Kunle, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. You're good.
Okay, cool. Oh yeah, now my people, is your dark-skinned man for the motherland. And if you didn't know before, tonight you go understand. Welcome back, Thomas Partey after Partey.
Partey after Partey. We got to talk about Thomas Partey, man. Thomas Partey's a big update on injury news from Thomas Partey, in addition to some other stuff. But there's nowhere else to begin. But were you watching any of the Champions League games today? Because obviously
indeed.
That's what?
I was indeed. I was watching specifically Harry Potter's first game in charge. I watched that.
Okay, so people in the chat, let me know what you guys thought about the Champions League games. I just think Mbappe's a joke, Haaland's a joke. Those two guys are going to be a joke for the next coming like 7 years, man. They're just too good. They're just too good. And Tottenham's a joke as always. You see them drop points. You love to see it. You love to see it. The commentator, Henri being the commentator, made it even funnier. Mr. Bungo in the house. Shout out, Mr. Bungo. People saying Jude Bellingham's a joke. You know what? I think Jude Bellingham's overhyped, bro. I don't know what you think. I think he's overhyped.
But don't you also think that every English player that goes to Germany is overhyped?
Yeah. Reece Nelson got hype, remember?
Exactly. And what's it called? And I don't know who came back from Germany. Did Reece go to Manchester United or did Jadon Sancho? Who knows, bro? Who knows right now?
Who knows? You know what the crazier thing is? I told people Chelsea were gonna look the same for the first couple of weeks until this guy trains with them. People expected Graham Potter to come in and be a miracle worker. What is this?
They don't live in reality, bro. You know how the football world works.
People are saying he's not overhyped. Bro, it's not about the fact that he's overhyped in the sense that he's not a good player. I'm just saying he's a good player, but the category of conversation people are putting him in, you would think this guy is Iniesta 2.0.
Literally. When it comes to English players that show some potential, they immediately become 80 million, 100-pound players, like immediately. And Jude is like, he has no right to be in those sort of conversations. At most, let's be honest, he's a 40 million player. He's a good player, don't get it twisted, but 40 million.
There you go. Gunnar Souls in the house. Gunnar Souls, how you doing? Did you watch any of the Champions League games?
Yeah, I had the goal show on, and then I was also watching the Dortmund City game predominantly.
Yeah, no, I love the goal show. It kind of reminds me of being back home in North America, in Toronto, watching NBA court surfing. That shit was amazing back in the day. They don't do that no more though. Imagine like 8-9 NBA games on, and you're seeing all the action for every game. Pretty sick.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, they do that for the NFL, but I love it. Why don't they do that for the Premier League 3 o'clock games? If they did that, bro, bear money.
They need to show the Premier League games first.
They're not going to show it, but they show it in other countries. They just don't show it.
So basically, over here in Nigeria, there's a channel. It's Goal Rush. So whichever is the hottest game at the time is where they switch to, basically.
Nice. That's pretty good. But imagine if you're watching the Arsenal game, then they go to Newcastle, somebody random. You'll be like, yo.
Yeah, for sure.
That would suck. But there's so much to talk about, guys. There's so much to talk about. So let's get into the person on your shirt, Kunle. Thomas Partey. and obviously we're still down a couple people. Sam won't be able to join us today, and then we have Monty joining us. So stay tuned, guys, and give us your questions and join in the chat. We're trying to get involved, and if you guys see anything interesting in the chat that you want to point out, please do. But Thomas Partey, boys. Thomas Partey is looking to be back for this upcoming game. I'm very excited to see him. PSG conceded, then Messi, Neymar, Mbappe happened. Bro, that happens every game. Honestly. how these guys don't have... You know what? Mbappe is tied for the leading goal scorer in PSG's Champions League history. That's crazy.
What, of all time?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't have, like... They've never had a pedigree, though.
Bro, they have Cavani, they have Ibra, they have Neymar, they have all these guys recently.
Yeah, but think about it, they're not club legends, though. Like, everyone that you've named hasn't had stupidly long stints at the club.
Yeah. Yo, Natish, message me if you want to jump on. We have one more extra seat. But yo, I hear you, but at the same time, I think it's still crazy to think he's only been there for 3 seasons. What is it? 3 seasons? 4 seasons?
Yeah, but Cavani was there for how long? Like 3 seasons, 4 seasons, maybe. Ibra was there for like 2 seasons, changed the entire club, and then fucked off. Like none of their play, like even Ronaldinho, like was only there for a few seasons. So they've never had a long-standing club player.
Let's be honest, PSG don't really have history like that. And like,
that's what I'm saying.
Before the takeover, their biggest player ever was what's his name? The Portuguese guy, striker. Is it Paqueta? I can't remember that, but it's someone like that. I can't. He's a Portuguese striker. Was their star man. Obviously, I know Uncle JJ played for PSG in those days too, but they're not really renowned like that, man.
Bro, we're gonna have to monitor that situation over there, because it seems like Mbappe could break every record in that club, and to me, I just find it ridiculous that a player can come in and just already be like taking every single headline, every single main thing. But yeah, let's get into
That's like any player going to Spurs. If they win something, then they're immediately a legend. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, we know Spurs ain't winning shit, man. We know that. We know Spurs ain't winning shit. You know what? Let's start by talking about Spurs. Did you see them bottle that game? At best they were gonna get at worst they were gonna get a draw, right? But at that point, 90th minute, you concede a goal, and then 93rd minute, you concede another goal. That is so typical Tottenham. It is hilarious, in my opinion, how they did that. Like 90th and 93rd minute. By the 94th minute, they're 2-0 down. They're going home from Portugal. Sad. I was crying. I was dead.
You know what it is? It's so obvious. I was saying this to people when I watched the Spurs Sevilla game in pre-season. Any team that has a bit of quality and will press them, they have no answer for. Like, genuinely press them and actually work hard against them, and they won't win. It's so easy to beat.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But yo, let's just shift away from the Champions League. Quickly shift to the Europa League. Actually, have you guys heard the PSV game has been rescheduled after being postponed? And honestly, what do you guys think about the game being postponed? Because in my opinion, I think it's an absolute farce that it was postponed in the first place. It shouldn't have been postponed. If Chelsea's game today could go ahead in London, why couldn't our game go ahead? Unless there's some sort of ceremony that you guys aren't telling us about, or something that's of high security that's happening midweek. Because if I'm not mistaken, the funeral's on Monday, and until Monday, there's nothing really happening.
It's kind of bizarre to me too, to be honest. Like, for the fact that Chelsea's game was in London, like I don't know why that was able to go ahead, but our game isn't. Like, I don't get it. The only thing I see it doing is inconvenience in us at the back end of the season. Like, I don't know. They said the City game's been rearranged as well. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't know. Is it ever a good time to play City? But it's kind of mad. I don't get it. I need.
You know what? We'll tackle them. We'll tackle them one at a time. So first, originally what happened was the PSV game got postponed, right? It came out that we could potentially postpone the Man City game. I don't know what's going on with your audio, bro. I think it's like you're moving around too much. But yeah, Gunnar Souls, take it away. What do you got to say on this whole situation?
Yeah, so I mean, from my understanding, just following the news, what I understand is she's obviously had the tour around sort of like Scotland, and around London. You know, that they kind of show the body, you know, through the sort of the car and stuff. And now she's going to be laid in Westminster for 4 days, so or up until the funeral, like whenever the funeral's going to actually take place. So I don't really understand what's stopping them from having enough security for the game. Maybe it's just because it's a bigger profile game, but then I'm looking at the Chelsea game and that's no small game. I don't really know. I mean, I'm frustrated that it's been postponed and like obviously rescheduled, and also some of the weekend games have been rescheduled, not ours, but some games have been like completely postponed. And the whole thing's just a farce now. Like, it's already a congested season. And I understand, like, obviously the policing and the security is needed.
What's up,
but
Monty?
it just doesn't make any sense to me that there's bigger profile games going ahead, but the smaller like, this isn't a huge game where it needs stupid amount of security. But yet again, they're causing an inconvenience. Like cricket went ahead. There was a lot of other sports on the weekend, but the previous weekend that were allowed to go ahead, no problems at all. But yet one game can't go ahead. Like the Brentford game, to me, makes more sense to postpone because it's a London derby, or it's two London clubs going ahead, like head to head. That's going to cause more issues than PSV, in my opinion, if you're going to let other European games go ahead. And the funeral's not until Monday. Yeah.
We'll just catch you up quickly. Blaze said, I think it was about policing. We're talking about the
PSV
going ahead, but the Chelsea game this midweek not being postponed.
So because of the Brentford game, obviously it's a much smaller capacity stadium. I think it's 20,000, so you need less. There's obviously policing laws. You have to have an X amount of policemen per capita. Obviously Emirates 60,000 seater. You need a lot more people. Brentford is a smaller capacity stadium. It just is. In terms of cricket, most you've got is oval, and that fits 20,000 at full capacity, and it's just not that full. And it's cricket; they're not there for a punch up; they're there for a piss up. Rugby as well. Rugby's just different. Right, the rival fans sit with each other. It's just different crowd. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's just a policing issue. It's peak. Everyone wanted to see some football this weekend. Do you know what I mean? But
at least we're watching something other than
it happens. And we got to watch Spurs get slapped 2-0. So like, I'm all for it. Yeah. I'm all for it. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? Just before we get into Spurs and stuff, I want to also speak about the fact that Manchester City basically helped us out. They did us a big solid because Manchester City postponing their game allows us now not to face a forfeit. If Manchester City didn't let us do this, I don't know where in the schedule we would have been able to squeeze this in. I think that relationship we have between the two clubs right now is really good, and it helped us get this situation sorted quite quickly because Manchester City have now postponed their game. It's been taken out of that tough October schedule, and if you guys see the schedule, it is an absolute mess. I was so worried about this upcoming schedule where we have Liverpool, Tottenham, Leeds away. We have Brentford, of course, and then we would have Man City near the end of it. But now it's looking a little bit better. Now that you take that Man City game out, it looks a little bit more favorable to us. And I'm assuming all of you guys are looking at this also and saying to yourself, you know what? They did us a big favor because instead of facing Man City, we now play Southampton and Nottingham Forest, and we get the PSV. We get back-to-back PSV games. Those to me benefit us a lot more. And I just want to show you guys this quickly.
I'm happy the Brentford game's still going on, because if the Brentford game didn't go on, it would be straight into the North London derby, and obviously Tottenham would have played the Champions League game in the meantime. So I'm happy we get that game to like just sort of get up to scratch, you know what I mean, so the boys don't get rusty. So and Brentford's not away; it's a difficult game. It's a difficult game.
It's a very tricky game, Monty. Do
you know what I mean?
It could have been worse. It could have been worse. Look at this. It could have been 10 times worse. Replace one of those PSV games with a Man City.
Yeah, it looks better. Like, do you know what I mean? After that Liverpool game, it looks pretty. There's not a single game we can't win there.
Yeah, it does look a little less scary. I can't lie.
I mean, because it was looking at PSV game. Obviously, was where City. The first one was where City was, and that was a dangerous month. And obviously, like having to put a complete like full squad Tottenham, B squad Bodo, full squad Liverpool again, Bodo, like again B team. Leeds would have to away. You have to do your full squad. It doesn't matter. PSV at home. I mean, we could mix and match, but that would have been City. So that would have been a full game again. Then 4 days later, because it was meant to be on the 19th, would have been Southampton. And Southampton away, man, like you still can't rest easy on them. Do you know what I mean? Like it's the Premier League. So like, yeah, do you know what? I love it. I love it. Because like if
I don't know about
still...
you lot, but I want 6 points from PSV, you know. Anything less
of
than
course.
6 points from
But PSV are getting slapped. There's not a single team in Europa I'm scared about. Not even United.
The Champions League is where we should be at. The Europa League
100%.
teams, we're going to walk through them. Let's keep it 100 between each other.
Yeah.
Right now.
People are like, look who drops from the Champions League. I don't give a fuck who drops from the Champions League. If you drop from the Champions League, it's because you ain't good enough.
Facts.
Simple. And we're good enough to be in the Champions League. Oh, I don't give a fuck who. It could be Inter Milan. We'll pack them. That's where I'm at right now, bro.
Yeah, you know what? The background's tripping me out, so I'm just gonna keep it as the one I had originally. But big up Nitish. Nitish is joining us. Welcome back, Nitish. Hope you're well. People are saying October looks scary. Why does October look scary? It's always looked scary from the beginning of the season. We always finger pointed at October being a difficult month. 9 games. How many injuries do you think we will pick up? I don't want to think about injuries right now. You know what? I want to think about injuries and players that are returning from injury. Guys, Thomas Partey is back. He will be back for the Brentford game. Thomas Partey will be back. But you want to know something? I don't start him. That's what I'm saying. What do you guys think? I don't start Partey this game.
Against who? Against Brentford.
Against Brentford.
Do you know what? I'd agree. Against Brentford, I'd agree. I'll give you that.
I say
but sub him. You want to sub him?
I say have him on the bench and bring him on maybe 60th minute to finish off the game and make sure we control the win. At this point, I don't want to have him come back and be thrown in
injured
again. But
I'll back it.
Gunnar Souls, what are you saying?
No, I agree. I don't think there's any need to risk him. Play him for 30 minutes. We've got enough there. I think Brentford away, as tough as it is, I think we've made the additions to be able to beat them, not comfortably, but be in the lead coming into the 60th minute, and then just have him just shut up shop. And then you've got obviously the international the friendlies going on with Ghana. Hopefully we've communicated with them and said to them, look, we need this guy. You need this guy for the World Cup. So don't overuse him. Don't play him for 2 90-minute games. Use him as you need. And hopefully that's the instructions we've sent out, for the international friendlies. And we can get him as sharp as possible with good amounts of minutes going into that North London derby. That's the plan I hope they have. I know they're not that smart, but I can only hope.
Okay. Natish, what are you saying about
Oh.
What the hell was that?
Man, don't forget about shutting up shop. You can always put Rob Holding on.
No, I would rather go the other way around. I would play him in the first half, get a 2-0 or a 3-0 lead, and then substitute him off rather than playing him in the second half. Because if Brentford grabs control of that game, I think then we are not that good at coming back from behind. So I would rather take the lead in the first half and then sub him off in the second.
Nitish, would you not say though? Can I just say, would you not say putting him on at the first minute when Brentford are going to come at us gunning? They're going to come at us gunning, so he's going to have to work 100%. I personally, I mean, I'm not shooting your opinion; it's your opinion. I just personally think it would be best to have someone who is fit, and we know he's fit, who can run, and then once we're comfortable, because I think Sam, and I would agree with Gunnar Sol, I think Sambi Nakonga is enough against Brentford. There is no disrespect to Brentford. I also just rate Sambi a little bit. But in terms of Brentford, we need to have a fit midfield. We need to be active in that midfield, man, because we need to shut up shop. And I think if having Partey in there off the bat, off an injury, and because they're not gonna just let us play. They're not gonna let us play. They're gonna be physical. I would rather us, if we pick up a 1-2-0, go into the 60th minute, then give him 30 minutes, Let him, like do his thing, and put Rob Holding on. Go to a 3 at the back. Go 2 wing backs. Put Saka in as our wing back. Take off Martinelli. Put Nketiah and Jesus up front in a 2. Bosh, shutting up shop, bruv. And Nketiah will come on there, bro, and he'll. It's looking pretty this season, bro. It's looking pretty.
You make it sound so simple. You make it sound so simple. You got everyone smiling right now. Yeah, people, let us know what you guys think about Thomas Partey's injury. Do you think we should play him right away, or do you think we should give him some time to get embedded into the team? A lot of the people in the chat saying they agree Thomas Partey needs to be fit for the North London Derby. Save him for that. Some people saying Sambi Lokonga is not good enough for Arsenal. Guys, do we think Sambi Lokonga is not good enough to be an understudy at this moment in time? Because I think you need time to get into that level. Like you're not just bought and ready to play week in, week out at that young of an age.
What I would ask to M, if Sambi Lokonga isn't good enough, look at our current squad. Who is?
I don't even think that's the way to look at it. But for me, I look at Lokonga and I see a lot of, like, he's a rough player. I see a lot of rough edges that need like sort of sculpting into the right. Because the problem for me is right now I see him playing that Xhaka role and exceeding, because for me he doesn't have the IQ to be a sole 6 in the Premier League just yet. I do think he can develop that, and I do think he can become that number 6 once Partey gets on in age and gets on to sort of wanting to leave. But I just think it's about polishing him up. He's like 20, 21. He's very young, and he's got a lot of good qualities that just need to be sort of nurtured and just teach him some of the technical aspects of his game. Because if you look at his sort of crossfield balls that he plays into Martinelli a lot of the time, they open up so many spaces for Martinelli to do what he does best. It's just about getting him to be consistent within 90 minutes. The problem is he'll do that once, twice, and then that's it. And he has a quiet game. It's about building his confidence and telling him you need to trust yourself more, because everything you're doing is actually right.
So I was just spot on about the confidence thing, but I believe Sambi is a baller, yeah? I believe this is, and I'm usually a big Arteta advocate, but Arteta got it wrong with Sambi last season. And what I mean by he got it wrong is if we had got an extra centre midfielder in last season, Sambi would have had the season that he was supposed to. He would have come in only at the times where he wasn't really needed. He'd come in to fill in, see out games, start your Carabao Cup, FA Cup games. But we created a scenario where we actually needed to rely on Sambi last season, which he should never have been in a situation for. Do you get what I'm saying? So when we were put in those situations where we relied on him, Arteta tried those crazy midfields where you were playing Odegaard and ESR alongside Sambi Lokonga. I'm like, Partey would even struggle with them two beside him. What's Sambi going to do? Do you get what I'm saying? So I think his confidence got killed. So this season now, instead of capitalizing on the confidence we built last season, we're picking up his confidence this season. And for me, just like Sols was saying, even though he came into the club saying he is a 6 and an 8, let's be honest, like in the Premier, I think maybe in the Belgium league he could get away with that sort of thing, but in the Premier League you can't just think you're a 6 and an 8. You have to start reading the game the right way. But if we're going by his last game against Man U, I believe he played better than any of us on this panel thought he would, even though he did make some mistakes. Like, he did definitely made some mistakes, but I don't think he was the reason we lost that game.
I do. I think he was part of the problem.
You know what? Let me just.
I blame Arteta more than him for that loss.
Zinchenko in the midfield. Some people are saying shouts. People are saying Sambi's too slow. Watching Maccabi versus PSG today. PSG's Vitinha is in the midfield. Guys, go get a better midfielder. You know what?
No one's saying that's not better. No one's saying that on the panel. What we're saying is he can become a top midfielder. But yeah, of course, you can always buy better.
I wouldn't say Sambi's slow, because he's actually quick. But what I will say he's slow at is his reactions. And I remember, why can't I remember the last game at home? Everton. He when he was playing, he was a little bit late to things. He was just was it no Everton? It wasn't Everton? We didn't play Everton. That
Last
got
game of the
postponed.
season was Everton.
No. I'm talking this season.
Oh,
When the
last game we played was against
Villa.
Man United. We lost.
No, at home.
At home.
Wasn't it Aston Villa?
It's Aston Villa, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Aston Villa. Oh, why can't I remember that? I was literally watching him, and like he did the right things. He reacted slow, but he was quick. Yeah, he could catch up in some things, but there were moments where, like, if there was a slightly sharper attack, we would have been beat. They would have beat him. But apart from that, like, that's the only thing he needs to improve on. But that comes with experience. That comes with experience and understanding what's in front of you and being able to react. And that comes from Arteta being like, look, like, if this guy moves over here, you need to be here. Like, if he moves here and that guy's not there, then you need to be there. Do you know what I mean? That comes from that.
I just think they need to change his playlist, bro. Because Sambi comes on the pitch like he's listening to jazz music. He's too chill, like.
I get you.
He's so chill with everything. Yeah, like get some heavy metal in him, bro. He should be a little bit active.
Let me get to some of these comments. Sambi's poor defensively. Fulham. What? Sambi needs just confidence. He will play better. I think Sambi's was not ready last season, but this season he's getting there. And it's like some people are saying Sambi, Partey, Zinchenko in midfield. I don't think Xhaka is getting displaced from this team, guys. Let's be real. Let's be 100% real. But I just want to shift away from Sambi, guys, and I want to bring it over to the ESR slander I've been seeing on social media. People are saying Emile Smith Rowe should be sold. People are saying Emile Smith Rowe is getting a little bit too big. He needs to stop eating Nando's. People are posting pictures of Bukayo Saka with the Nando's on his Instagram saying, Emile Smith Rowe, this is all your fault. People are saying we should have accepted the 30 million. People are saying they'll accept 20 million right now for him. People are saying Emile Smith Rowe has no way back in this team and he's going to be sold in the summer. I even heard someone say to the level that Emile Smith Rowe was always overrated and he was never a good player. Like, how are our own fans turning on our youngsters, 22 years old, been injured only twice? I think since last season was his first full season, he got injured, 3 times? He got injured 3 times. That's a lot still. I get that. But my main point is this was his first full season. He was our second leading goal scorer, and everyone has given up on him, or a large portion of the fan base are speaking loud that they've given up on him. It's very disrespectful, and it's a disgrace, in my opinion, in how some of our fans have been.
Our fan base are just very toxic, and it's been like that for quite a few years. There's never like a gray area with them. They're either extremely high or extremely low. There's a few fans that actually see it for what it is, but they don't. The certain fans just get overexcited. Like with ESR, the fact that he was given the number 10 shirt, he's not going anywhere in no summer. Let's be honest, innit? He's not going anywhere. And of the trajectory of his career, I believe what should be happening with him is him and Odegaard should be rotating. Like, for example, in that Man U game where Odegaard wasn't really in it, if Arteta was going to make a sub, I would have like for like ESR on for Odegaard and don't change the shape. Like, because he brings us something different as a 10 than Odegaard does. So that's how I wanted him to his projection to be. Yeah, there definitely seems to be something wrong with him constantly picking up injuries. But are we forgetting how he saved us when we were lacking creativity 2 seasons ago? And he was also one of our top scorers last season.
Bro, is a baller, bro.
Massive ceiling on him, man. His football brain is another level. I think that I was excited about the physicality. I thought he'd put on a bit more muscle so he wouldn't get brushed off the ball as much as he was back in last season. But I don't see anything wrong with ESR, bro. He's gonna only get better and better. He's got a great ceiling. Fans,
mate,
calm down.
I'm just going to say this before you go, Marcus. People in the chat, try to keep it on the topic that we're discussing right now. We're not talking about the defense right now, but I hear your point, but we're not going to change Gabriel and Saliba. I think Ben White, Gabriel, and Saliba are all going to play together for the foreseeable future until Tomiyasu gets in this team. But yeah, take it away, bro.
Nah, that's all right, mate. Just end it there. I'll 100% agree with One Touch, man. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just dumb. Like, to think Emile Smith Rowe is just not a baller. Like, it's just silly. There were people out here who were putting Eric Dyer in their the combined South team, bro. That And in conclusion, there are just idiots out there. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just wild. If you don't look at Emile Smith Rowe and go, yeah, like that's a player, then I'm sorry, I don't know what you're watching. It's just unfortunate he's getting injured. He can't do anything about it. It's just his body. It's just do you know what I mean? He's doing his rehab. Obviously, the doctors aren't stupid. They're not silly. They're not going to force him to do stuff. He's obviously dieting properly. They've got dietitians that look after him. It is what it is. There's a player there. Do you think I should sell him? Absolutely not. If this player is fit, right, and he actually goes to his potential, bro, that's a serious player right there. That's a serious player right there. So I've got no issue with Emile Smith Rowe. I love the guy. I love him. I love pretty much the whole team. I don't think there's actually like one player that I don't really love. No, but like I just like love the team, like the way they're together. Like obviously that we can improve in some players, sure.
Number 34, you love him too, yeah.
Yeah, mate, Xhaka, bruv. Like since he's had his interview, yeah, where he talked about his experience, yeah, and about like and about how it led up to those events, bro. I've seen a different Xhaka.
Bruv, I won't lie, that made me hate him more. I'm not gonna lie.
You know what? I love the
Really?
people in the chat right now. We got 24 people in the chat. Hit that like button. The boys are here. 10:30 on a Wednesday night, talking Arsenal, guys. Come on, everyone else is talking Champions League. We're talking about the club that matters. Talk to me.
I'm going to be honest, yeah. Full disrespect. I don't care who gets offended. Football Twitter is stupid. Honestly, the takes I see on football Twitter, like, if you want to lose brain cells, that's where you go. I don't even look at anything anymore. I just go on there to tweet my shit and move on. Like, I've stopped caring about any of the opinions.
Literally just fans.
Like, because, no, the thing is, they're eating Nando's. What the fuck? Are you telling me at home they're not having grilled chicken? Like, what's the difference if they go get it from Nando's, if they make it at home? Like, there's no difference. Also, you're talking about multi-million-pound investments. Are you really sat here thinking they're going to have the audacity to go on Instagram, publicly show what they're eating, and the club isn't going to take consequences? Like, come on, man. Like, look, they're athletes. Their investments, look, as much as it sounds wrong to say this, they are in a way property to Arsenal Football Club. They need to eat a certain way. They need to represent themselves in a certain way. And if they're publicly able to post a picture of them having a Nando's, then clearly they've been advised that it's fine to eat there. And clearly the dietitians agree that it's not the worst thing you can be having. Also, you do realize some of the biggest athletes have cheat days. Oh, shocker. Oh, shock horror. They do eat stuff that they may not be allowed to eat for one meal. Oh, yeah. What the hell?
Because they work out, they can do that.
It's stupid. And the injuries.
Can I add some good news?
Say Emile Smith Rowe looks fat, because a lot of people in the chat are saying he looks overweight.
He looks like he's bulked up. Not for me. Not fat.
Yeah, innit? Trust me.
Yeah, and wait, hold on. You need to ask yourself this question. Who's the last fat guy you saw at Arsenal, bro? We don't do fat, bro. We don't do that. Like, who? Tell me.
William low-key. William low-key.
Oh, yeah.
Lacazette.
Nah, he just had a big back, bro. You know, it's one of them ones.
But can I just put some good news in there, yo, in terms of Arsenal property and some good things. Charlie Patino made his comeback from injury today at Blackpool, coming on in the 66th minute. So he's back. Love that.
That's great.
That is good news. Yeah,
I want to see a lot of minutes.
I thought his injury was going to keep him out longer, but guys, if this is fat, a lot of people are fat in this world.
Do you know what I'm saying? But if that's fat, I'm fat. I'm fat, and I'm not fat. But if that's fat, I'm fat. You know what I'm saying? Hang on,
Twitter, Twitter's literally just designed for banter. It's not for factual. It's not for actual opinions. It's just to make people laugh and call people out. Because some of the things I've seen on there, I heard Spurs fans talking about winning the league and the Champions League. I heard Liverpool fans screaming. Channel, bro. Yeah. Real talk. I also had people talking about Klopp out. I've heard all sorts of stuff, man. I think Twitter's a little bit too reactionary. I think you should go in there with a little bit of a pinch of salt.
No, bro, just say it now. It's not reactionary. It's stupid. They're just full of stupid idiots. That's all it is.
Let's shift away from this for a second and take a little break into Todd Boehly's brain and everything that he's been talking about, because that is something I'm actually interested in. But before we get there, people in the chat, let's get through some of these chats. Blaze, regular on the channel, big up Blaze. He says, if Arsenal had a successful season before this season, fans wouldn't slander ESR. That is true. They wouldn't slander him if we got top 4 last season. A lot of people would be backing him. Nando's is not really unhealthy. In fact, you put broccoli and corn, it's really good. What? You can get broccoli and corn from Nando's? Interesting.
Yeah,
Innit?
you can.
I didn't
What-
get broccoli. What?
What is
Hey,
Amazon?
Isn't it like a veggie mix thing that you can get? I'm sure.
I didn't
What is
even know there was
Amazon's
anything
best
about
position?
chicken.
But I came here to talk Arsenal. I'm learning about
10,
Nando's.
10.
This is wild.
Number 10. For me, number 10.
Yeah, let's get the.
No, this is
I-
wild. Like, what? I didn't make it proper.
I-
Let's get the
I
Nando's chat.
personally,
Let's get the Nando's
I
chat.
personally hate seeing him on the left and on the right. I like to see him as a number 10 through the middle, like, or as an 8, but definitely not on the wings for me.
No, I like him on the left wing. I actually think he's quite good.
No, he can do a job, bro, but I just don't think he should be starting games. If we're chasing the game, bring him on maybe to add to the attacking options, but I just don't like him starting on the wings.
Okay,
for me.
guys. Next, we're gonna talk about Todd Boehly. Good old Boehly. He's been acting like he runs the Premier League lately. But you know what? I like some of the ideas that he has. So we're gonna just watch this.
Of course you do, man. Of course you do.
I like it because it's
Of course
similar
you do,
to
yeah.
similar to my lifestyle. But yo, let's get into it. Let's see what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think about his proposals, because he has 2 proposals in this, and just we're gonna get into it right now.
I hope that the Premier League takes a little bit of a lesson from American sports and really starts to figure out, why wouldn't we do a tournament, with the bottom 4 teams? Why isn't there an all-star game? I mean, people are talking about more money for the pyramid. MLB did their all-star game in LA this year. We made $200 million from, a Monday and a Tuesday. So, I think you could do a North versus South, all-star game for Premier League and fund whatever the pyramid needed very easily. I hope that the Premier League.
He's not. 1 second. Let me just visually give you a visual of what he means, because
We know exactly what it means, but
when you see it, when you first hear it, you're like, oh, that kind of sounds crazy. But now let me just show you some visuals of some teams that people have made. So this was made by the
That
Scum.
makes me sick. Saka and Richarlison and Kane on the same team. Ugh.
Yeah. So Saka, Richarlison,
Bullshit, man.
Richarlison, Kane, Declan Rice.
If it's not for England, I don't. Nah.
And then this is the North team that people are making. Now, I know you guys probably adamantly disagree with some of these teams, but just imagine the spectacle it would be. This could be done in the preseason or at the end of the seasons. Obviously, this is not something that could be implemented now, but I think it's very much impossible to get done unless all the clubs are in for it and all the owners would be down.
Mate, the funny thing is the hypocrisy of it. His whole point was to raise money for the grassroots football, when in fact you could just spare a few more million from your multi-billion-dollar deal in your TV rights. But no, heaven forbid you have to pay some money. It's not that deep, bro. They're asking for like 200 mil, like completely as a total.
Monday and Tuesday,
that's
man.
10. That's £10 million per club, right? From their multi-billion that they get over the years. That is bullshit. And in regards to the bottom 4 tournament, why have a tournament on top of a fucking tournament which has gone on for 38 games? That's proven who's good enough. There's no need to be another tournament on top of it. That's why I never got the MLS playoffs. Like, for American football, yeah, I get it, right? But for football, you have 38 games to prove who's the best. I don't need to do a playoff on top of that. I don't need to do that. Like, that just completely writes off the fucking point of the league. Do you know what I mean?
Now,
Do you know what my problem? No, my problem is, right, is leave football alone. Football is the biggest single sporting thing in the world. It raises more money than any other sport. It's the most watched sport, and yet we're meant to innovate. Fucking follow our footsteps.
Mate,
we're the ones who are successful. It's stupid. This also no.
That shit, bro.
No. Let me say. I want to make one more point about this stupid All-Star game. And I look again. Full disrespect if people find this disrespectful. Proper fans have a deep hatred for teams. Do you think I want my players playing with Spurs players? Fuck that.
No.
For some all-star, like, do you really think I'm cheering on the South? Like, what do you want me to love Chelsea players for a game? Fuck that. Look, football for, like, I'll say for English fans, because I've grown up in the English culture. I've seen people being jumped for wearing the wrong jersey in the wrong place. I've seen this happen. I've seen City fans and United fans on Curry Mile having brawls, and City's being locked off on derby days. Like, that's what we've grown up. We don't need this cohesion. Fuck that. We're built on rivalries. We're built on hatred, and let us enjoy our football. I don't want none of this American bullshit. I'm going to be honest about it. I don't need it. We don't need it. The game makes more than enough money. The pyramid doesn't need it. All they need to do is be fair with how they allocate. Yes, the big clubs should get more money, but they can spare even 5 million, just to help the pyramid.
Like, you hit some really, really big comments there. The fact that football is the most popular sport in the world without being Americanized. So why should we freaking have to do these innovations? And I have nothing against what they do in the American sports, but that's part of the culture. That's how it's been developed that way. And the fans, the players, everyone is used to that. And I believe some of those situations are making people a little bit too buddy in certain sports. And I don't like all that. I like rivalries. I like,
you know what I'm saying?
I like a player being at Tottenham and knowing that you can't mess with Arsenal and vice versa. I like a player being at City, like you can't. Do you know what I'm saying? That they're just the devils, the rivals. That we're against them. Do you get what I'm saying? So Todd, the fact that he's leading with freaking, we made 200 million in 2 days. Is that what you're leading with, bruv? To encourage us to want to do this also.
Right, the worst thing is I actually watch American sports like avidly. Yeah, I watched the Patriots.
I enjoy them.
I watch basketball. I watch NHL. Yeah, and I hate the Pro Bowl. I hate it because there's no competition to it, and everyone takes the piss. Like literally, it's shit.
It's the day before the Champions League final. Imagine having a friend.
Do you know what I mean? Bro, like if the All-Star game, everyone's just going to tiptoe. There's going to be no slide tackles. Everyone's scared to get injured because they're not getting fucking paid for it. They all got clubs to do with and countries they're going to have to be playing for straight after. They don't care about it. It's just an spectacle, and I don't want it. And then the NBA All-Star game, I watch NBA religiously. I've never seen an All-Star game in my life. The NBA, I kind of get it.
No.
Listen. Let me finish. Let me finish. I understand the NBA All-Star game is more appealing because of basketball as a sport. There's a lot more tricks. There's a lot more dunks that happen in the All-Star game because people just that's the All-Star game, right? Get it? That makes a bit more sense, right? Football, you need to have the sort of the passion for the game. Do you know what I mean? You need to have the passion for it. Like there needs to be. Then you need to be competitive. There needs to be like a North London derby. Do you know what I mean? Like you want to win that game. North South. They don't care. They're not getting paid for it. Do you know what I mean? There's no like, oh well, I played for the South, and do you know what I mean? I wouldn't watch it. I'm genuinely, if it went on, I wouldn't watch it.
It's long, bro.
Let's go to Nitish. He hasn't said a word yet. Nitish,
the thing is, no, they want to replace the Community Shield with it, but why would I be sending my key players at the start of a season for a game that doesn't even matter to me? So I would probably send some of my reserves there, and then nobody's going to be watching the game. So at the end of the day, I mean, if you want to make something out of it, just add more to the Community Shield match. Like, make it more important. That's all you need to do. You don't need to replace it.
If Todd Boehly had the keys, yeah, he would literally advertise everything, bruv. It would be like, this free kick's brought to you by Go Compare. This corner kick was brought to you by Gillette. Do you know what I mean, bro? And I'll be like, fucking get on with the football, bro. Like, that's the one thing I honestly, I'm avid. Like, I used to play American football. I literally love American sports, but I hate how advertised it is. There is not a single thing that's not advertised. This game clock brought to you by Gatorade. Why? Why the fuck is a fucking game clock brought to you by Gatorade?
One second. This commercial break is brought to you by nobody. Hit that like button. We got Husam in the house. Big up Husam in the chat. Blaze says,
I agree with that.
Let me speak. Blaze says UEFA make concerts before the Champions League final like NFL Super Bowl. I personally believe that concert was absolute shambles. It was terrible, but I was for it because I wanted to see how it would work. But it delayed everything so much. In addition to what was going on with the Liverpool fans and everybody and the French fans outside, and what was happening on the pitch with her not getting her situation sorted out, bro. They can't do concerts again because it's just delaying the game too much.
Do you know what? Right now, everyone's excited about. They're trying to force too much change. I'm a man of tradition. I don't need to see a black James Bond. I don't need to see a black Little Mermaid. Like, I'm cool with all of that, innit? Like, I'm cool with tradition. Like, see Idris Elba as 007. No, I don't want to see any of that. There's certain things that should be left alone. And the Premier League football, these are things that should be left alone. We got crazy with a little VAR. That's us getting a little bit spicy for you. That's as far as we go.
And you know what else should be left alone? Arsenal players should not be rolling around with Tottenham players.
100%, bro.
Wait, has that happened?
That has happened. Let me show you.
Oh yeah, the
Marquinhos was rolling around with Tottenham's women's team. Is it under 20s young? I don't know.
Yeah. I think the backstory to it though was that he actually, one of his friends, obviously a Brazilian, is at Tottenham. I think that was the thing, and he was with him.
He's trying to move to some girls in London, man. Allow him, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to move to a couple things, and they just happen to play for Tottenham. I ain't mad at him. If this was players, if he was rolling with Richarlison, then I've beef. But
yeah, you know
them, you get me?
You know the funny thing is, the same day that this picture surfaced was the same day rumors came out about him going on loan in January. So it's just funny. It's just funny. People are saying loan him out now. Loan him out. But I want to know. I seen a lot of mixed feelings on social media about the loan. I seen people saying loaning him out, play him in the Europa League. He's good enough now. I've heard some people say no, he's not good enough. We need a winger. Go sign a winger. People are saying shame on him. Some people are saying girls. Some people are saying I would do the same.
Anyway, I'm not gonna say too much because
let's not get canceled.
He isn't no Ivan Toney. He's no Ivan Toney.
What? Oh yeah, definitely. Ivan Toney's not saying Ivan Toney's still saying F Brentford if the right girl's in front of him, he's saying F Brentford every day. But yo, I don't know why my sweater is under my chair. It's really uncomfortable. Let's continue. Are we loaning out Marquinhos or are you guys keeping him?
Keeping him, bro.
I'm loaning him out.
I'm keeping him, bro. Mate, what I saw from him
after January, I don't see him getting much game time.
So this is the thing. This is the thing, right? I don't keep him if we loan him out, for me, that means we're definitely getting a winger in January, innit? And if that's the case, someone that's ready to play now, I wouldn't mind sending Marquinhos on a little second season loan to get more minutes with less pressure. But if we're not getting an established winger to come in, then I guess we keep him in it because I'd like to have him as the option. Do you know what I'm saying? But I've been looking at this Mudryk guy recently, though, boy. His price is just going up every week right now. He scored again tonight. I think. $1 million. Scored again tonight. So, boy.
Oh, yeah. 60 million.
Nah. Marquinhos should stay unless we get a winger in January. But I hope that he goes on loan because that means that we got a winger in January.
Monty, this is the question. Not that if he just leaves. It's would you loan him out in January if we were to sign a winger or keep him?
If we're going to sign a winger, sure, loan him out because he won't get the game time. But if we're not going to get another winger, then I can see him being like another Martinelli. I'm not even joking. Like give him the time. Back your player, bro. Back your player. Everyone wants his ready-made thing. It's like, bro, he could be ready-made. You don't even know. We've seen him like twice. And every time I've seen him, he's been fantastic. He's been brilliant. He absolutely destroyed the youth level. He came on the other day against Zurich and played phenomenal. And like, give him a Premier League game. Let's see. Do you know what I mean? Let him see. Let's see how he goes up against an actual like strong team. Sure. I literally like everyone always constantly goes like, yes, get players in, bro. If we've got players there already and they're ready to go, let them cook. Because if he starts cooking, his value goes tenfold. I mean, we got him for what? 2 million, a million.
Yeah, 3.5 mil.
Yeah, like peanuts, bro. That's another Gabriel Martinelli waiting right there. Like Gabriel Martinelli's value must be like 50 million plus now, more.
Yeah, Gunnar Souls.
If Anthony's going for 90 million, then
I was gonna shift it over to Merck. If do you guys? Romano said Arsenal don't have a chance to sign Merck. No, so sorry, do have a chance to sign Merck, but it's unlikely that we get him now with the price that he's gone up to. So do you think we will get him, or do you want to also
Is his name Mudryk or Mudryk? What I don't even know
whatever his name is, bro? I keep mispronouncing it. You know me, man.
Yeah,
But Nitish, Souls, what are you guys saying?
Well, how is his value going up though? That's the thing, because he's
Value
got
is
no.
going up to 60
But he's got-
million.
What's his
No,
contract?
but
though?
Monty, the reason why is because apparently as soon as I think they were looking to accept 25, 30 mil until Man U came in with the Anthony bid, and they're like, what? This guy ain't done nothing, and he's going for 100 mil, so our guy should go for at least 50. And now he's scoring and assisting in the Champions League back-to-back games, so it's looking a bit technical for us now.
Do you know what it is, though? For me, it depends on the player position. Like, if he sits there and speaks to Shakhtar and says, look, I want to go to Arsenal, I'm not going to re-sign my contract or whatever, and he professionally kicks up a fuss, then the opportunity is there. I'm not going to say it's going to be affordable, but I don't think young talent that we're trying to aim for are going to be affordable. Like, Mudryk, obviously now, especially because of the sort of cameo he's having in the Champions League, yes, his price is going to be around 50 million. But like, Monty was saying, if Marquinhos is there and he every time I've seen him, I've actually been impressed. Like, physically, he looks ready. He seems to have all the technical ability to actually be a really good winger for us. We might not need to rush it. The problem that we, like United and Arsenal have, is teams know we're desperate to sign players. So they try and hardball us and they try and get us to pay prices we're not willing to do. Look at Man City. Man City, what they did with Cucurella, no team now is going to sit there and try and hardball them because they walked away from a deal they needed. They needed a left back and they walked away because it was 15 million too expensive. So if
we did the same with Douglas, what's his name, no?
What's that?
Then we did the same with that Douglas Luiz. We walked away because they asked for too much money.
Yeah. And the more we do it, we set a precedence that we're not going to be ripped off. And our price is our price. But the thing with even the likes of what happened to us previously was we were getting hardballed because they knew if the desperation hit and the fans turned on the owners or the fans turned on the club, that they'd panic and buy. And that's happening at United, and that's somewhat happens to us sometimes. So if we're walking away from these deals because they're not feasible, that's only going to be better in the long run. I'd rather lose out to Mudryk because we don't want to pay the extra 10 million. Granted, it shows in the fans' eyes a lack of ambition, but you don't know the knock-on effect it has by just giving in. Imagine we paid 40, 50 million for Tielemans.
You know what? Tielemans is not
happening. I just want to ask him something real quick.
I don't think it's happening.
Yeah.
You see, I hear what you're saying in terms of not to overspend on like a Mudryk or whatever, but you and I both know that we do need that winger. Marquinhos isn't the winger that we need to secure top four. So we need to do something in January, don't you think?
Let me ask you guys.
Situation.
1 second. Let me ask you guys this. There's a lot of players linked to us, but for everyone here, Asensio, is it a big no-no? You staying away from him?
Staying away.
Yeah.
Everyone's staying away.
The only reason I'm staying away is because he's been so overlooked at Real. So the overlooking has been a little bit too much for me to not ignore that. Like, I mean, Danny Ceballos starts for them guys. So
there's only one player I want us to go above and beyond to get. Like, if we could, I don't think we could, but like if we were going to overspend and buy some stupid player, it's the only name is Jude Bellingham. That is the only person I would love.
Overrated, bro.
I know, but that's the only person. That's the only person I wouldn't care if we spent 120 mil. Like, I wouldn't even care.
You'd be okay if Arsenal spent 120 mil on Jude Bellingham.
Absolutely, bruv.
He's a baller, man.
He's a baller.
No, but
he's not.
I'm not debating he's a baller. 120 mil worth of a baller.
He's like at 19, 18. Like,
yeah, man. You man. I don't know what you guys are watching.
Bruv, I would
What,
literally.
Nkunku?
He's the only player on this
Nkunku,
planet
yeah,
I
man.
would overspend on.
Do you know what? There's another player I would somewhat be fine with. Rafael Leao is the other one.
Oh, Leao's a
Oh,
baller. Leao's a
to me,
You're
baller,
not
bro.
yes.
getting Leao. Leao
That's
costs
the
too much
guy.
money.
Yeah,
That's the guy.
Leao's not going to happen. He's got Real Madrid written
Leao's
all
No, I'm
over
just
him.
saying, like, you know, if we're talking about like who I
Yeah,
might
yeah.
go
I'd
with,
like
would be him.
Bro, I
100
would get
100
De Jong
million on
over
Leao
Bellingham.
all day.
I would
100 million
get
on
De
Yeah, but
Jong
you're
Leao
talking no, but De Jong.
before
Okay, De Jong is
Bellingham, before
27, and I'll be honest with you, I watch him
Yeah.
week in week out. De Jong is overrated. If you're talking about out of them two, who's actually overrated, it's De Jong.
So who's the better player right now?
Bellingham.
Wow.
That's cap.
It's
Cap.
not cap. Watch him play, bro. You're talking about Asensio being overlooked. Barcelona don't want to start him. They just don't want to play him. Gavi plays better than him. Pedri plays better than him. The youngsters there play way better, have more impact and influence in that team than De Jong does.
I just think
Let's ask
Xavi wants
Matish.
a
Matish,
Spanish core.
who do you want to buy? Someone said get Kulusevski from Tottenham. That's never happening.
Well, he's an Arsenal fan.
He's an
isn't he?
Arsenal fan. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
He even said he wants to play for Arsenal, which is peak. Imagine that. Imagine him employing an Arsenal fan who goes,
spend
"Oh, I want to
120
play for
million.
Spurs."
I wouldn't spend
Technically on
120
loan,
million.
so that would be true.
I wouldn't spend 120 million on any player, but if we are that desperate, then I don't mind even a Gerard Bowen.
120 million? No.
No, I'm not saying 120
Oh,
million. I'm
okay,
saying
okay.
we'll never spend 120 million.
Woo!
Who's going to spend 120 million on Jared Bowen?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
do you know instead of Mudryk, do you know who I actually want? I want
Chelsea might one
Kvara.
day.
Kvara,
Let me-
whatever his name is.
Let me just tell you guys something quickly. We were linked to the guy who scored against Liverpool midweek in the Champions League, Mohamed Caicedo, yesterday, and also Michael Edwards, who came on and ripped Tottenham for that goal. So I don't know. I think once again, media doing what they do. Player scores against Liverpool, player scores against Tottenham. Now he's suddenly linked to Arsenal. Do you think there's any chance Arsenal go and sign these relatively unknown players?
Michael Edwards, no. Kudus, no. We're kind of compact in that position. And then, yeah, there's the only youngsters I want to be linked to is Mudryk, that Kvara, whatever his name is. Yeah, that's about
Who's
the
he
two
play for?
young players I want.
Who's this Kvara? Who's he
People
play
are saying those
Napoli.
are fan-led links. They're not fan-led links. Let me show you.
You guys know, right? Kulusevski is 22. So
These are not fan-led links. These are literally. I'm on Sky Sports. They're talking about it. Then you go. I don't know if you've seen it, Monty, because you're always following these transfers. But like these
I've
come
been
up
too busy
as-
at work the last week and a half, man.
These pop up the moment somebody scores a goal against Liverpool. They're linked to Arsenal. It's just like it's the next day. And Everton.
Guys, watch the World Cup and how many players will be linked with us after having a man in the match performance.
Remember Denzel Dumfries? Every game he scored a goal.
Every European, every team that had a European game in that Euros that had a good game, their best player got linked with us the next day. Every time.
Yeah, facts. Also, by the way, big news. But before we do that, title contenders, Arsenal, our former legend and manager. Former manager and legend, Arsene Wenger, has dubbed Arsenal title contenders. Boys, do you believe the hype?
no.
Not yet. Wait, if we beat Liverpool, I was going to say City, but obviously that could have been postponed. But if we come out of October winning 6 out of the 8 games, sure. I'm for it. We have to beat Tottenham. I don't give a fuck. We have to beat Tottenham. If we beat Liverpool at home, sure. If we did beat City, then 100%. But if we come out of October and we're still top of the table, absolutely. I'll be there. I'll be there. Like, yeah, bang, we're title contenders. Because we stumbled against. Well, I say we stumbled against United. We actually played really well against United, but that's just football. They finished their dinner and we didn't. It just happens. It's one of those games. It's a game with a little bit of more of a je ne sais quoi, you could say. And that's it. They finished their chances. But that's football. That's why we love it. You just don't know what to predict. But if we come out of October top of the table, I will 100% say we're title contenders. 100%.
People in the chat, let me know if we're title contenders. Ben here is saying, yes, we are title contenders. People saying, yeah, October, we will tell us everything. Someone here is saying, Jota is back to haunt you, Iga. Bro, you don't have to worry about Jota right now, man. We're just focused.
Liverpool got to worry about the defense, bruv.
The funny part is Wenger used to go into seasons on top of the table in December and then come out in the new year like third, fourth, or somewhere in around that place. And he is calling us title contenders when we are just done with the first month of the season and we lost our first game. And suddenly we are title contenders all of a sudden. So I think we need to remember that we have gone into seasons under Wenger in December on top of the table and come out in the new year where we have fallen down to fourth or fifth place. So I think there is still a long way to go, and there's a World Cup in between. So many of our players will also be going for the tournament. So it's a long way to go.
To be fair, we had Mustafi as a centre back. Like that's
Nah, but to be fair, guys, calm down. Mr. Wenger said something a year too early last time, and you never know. He might have done the exact same thing this time. Because, guys, no title challenge for Arsenal this season. Forget it. Don't entertain it. Don't let them draw you in. So if Wenger said it, that means we'll get top 4 this year, then we'll have a challenge next season. That's what it really means. So calm down. No title challenge. But with that being said, if we beat City and Liverpool at home, I'll entertain it. Other than that, I'm not entertaining it.
Okay, so Gunnar Souls, do you want to believe the hype?
Do you know what it is? We need to play more top 6 teams before anyone can actually say that. We've only played one, and unfortunately, we failed the test. As much as we played good football, we didn't take our chances, we didn't shoot enough, and we didn't do the fundamentals right. So I need to see what we do against Tottenham, and I need to see what we do against Liverpool before I can say. Because if we lose both, then it's like, well, we can't, because it's not just about, you need to beat the top 6 to be title contenders. To be top 4, you just need to beat the other teams and then have a few results against the top 6 to get top 4. So, no. At the moment, no. After October, we'll see.
Like, this is the thing, guys. Let's not do this to ourselves. There's no scenario that makes me think Arsenal are going to challenge this title, except us beating Liverpool and Man City at home. Everyone else in the
getting
chat,
injured for a
every
season.
Arsenal fan, don't entertain. If we do those 2 things, then we can talk some smack. But unless we do those exact, even if we draw both games, don't get excited. Wins, W's, because they've been collecting 6 points on 6 points on 6 points for back-to-back seasons. So if we can go and beat both of them at home, I'll listen to the talk. But other than that, draws, nope.
Okay.
And
I'm just gonna say this quickly, bro, before you go on, Atish. Big up everyone in the chat. We got 23 of you guys. Smash that like button right now. And also, if you want to become a member, I've made a new membership program. So it's now 99 pence if you want to be the lowest membership. That's it. Before it was 2, but now it's just 99 pence. So if you want to become a member, it's a lot cheaper. You can just click that membership and you'll get more notifications and you get more membership content that I don't do for other that just everyone can't see. So yeah, check that out. Big up Blaze in the chat. Exactly. Oh, you guys talking about? Come on, man. Let's not entertain the Jota stuff right now. It ain't easy to say no. Yeah, you know. But yeah, Nitish, you're gonna say?
Yeah, 2 things. One, Manchester City has been scoring 90 plus points season after season. Are we ready to score 90 plus points this season? I don't think so.
No.
And if we want to compete for the title, that is what we need. The other thing is that if you look at Liverpool currently, their own fans don't consider them title contenders this season. So I think it's more to do with Liverpool than like the likes of Spurs and some of the other teams that we need to beat. It is more important to beat them and get the results. We've lost to Manchester United, but there are still some top 6 other teams that we need to beat. And will we be able to beat them? I don't know yet.
Okay, you know what? The benefit in the Man City game being postponed, the title decider is now going to be played later in the season. That's the only benefit, right? That's the only benefit.
fuck's sake.
Anyways, I needed to wake you guys up. But yeah, the Man City game being postponed is a good thing. So yeah, I just snuck that in there somewhere. Now we're gonna move past that quickly because there's not much to be said about the Man City game, but there is some more Man City news. Guys, I'm a little worried. I'm worried. Bukayo Saka is being looked at by Real Madrid and Man City again. Today, reports coming out today. Not the most reliable sources, of course, but yet again, Fabrizio Romano also confirming that Arsenal are looking for wingers then reports coming out that Bukayo Saka is being touted by Man City and by Real Madrid. We know that Man City have been after him for a while. We know Real Madrid have scouted him in the past and have come back with scouting reports on Kieran Tierney instead. But it looks like they've now seen enough from Bukayo Saka. But if Real Madrid or Man City were to buy him, he'd be sitting on the bench and he'd be ruining a couple more years of his development. I think if he leaves Arsenal right now, it makes no sense. He should stay.
He's not leaving, bro.
Sign another contract. And I believe the contract is already sorted, guys. I just think Arsenal are saving it for a rainy day. All this stuff is BS, in my opinion.
A Hollywood announcement. That's what they're waiting for, bro. Trust me.
Yeah, but are you guys worried about Man City or Real Madrid in for Saka?
Nah.
I don't think I've been ever more
Obviously,
confident
they're gonna
that Saka
mention
will
it
sign a contract
because he's that good.
Obviously.
So I'll say that again.
I was going to say, like, you know, with Man City and Real Madrid and Barcelona's and all of these kinds of teams, they're obviously going to be monitoring, like, the likes of Foden, the likes of Bukayo Saka, the likes of, you know, these up-and-coming young players, because that's what they do. Tchouameni and obviously Camavinga have gone over because they were the next best things in world football. That's, you know what it is? Fans need to look at that and go, we've got a player on our hands. And also, even if you look at Bukayo Saka, as long as we're fulfilling the ambitions and showing ambition and wanting to progress, he has no reason to leave. That's all he's asked for. He's asked for us to win things. He wants to be a part of this project. He's happy to be at Arsenal. He's a fan, like, obviously he's a boyhood club, and he hasn't given us any indications to start panicking. So I'm not bothered. Link us because it's a credit to us. That's all I see.
100%. If your players are being linked with Real Madrid and City, you're doing the right thing. And at the end of the day, it's his off window, yeah. So like, the running out of things to type, bro. That's bullshit,
Yeah,
bro.
literally.
You know who else is bored? These guys. Have you seen what they said?
Oh my god, bruv, this clip.
What did they say?
Oh my days. He thought, just play it.
Basically, he's just saying he doesn't rate Saka because he's an Arsenal player.
But he he said Conor McGregor's better than him.
Generous appraisal from you.
You're not getting it from me.
Where
I don't know if I'm just fed up of Arsenal fans. I'm sick of people telling me how great. And first of all, to keep calling him like, what is it, Starboy? And he's not that kind of player. Yeah.
What does that mean, right? And then he takes it another level.
Okay, in my opinion.
I think Conor Gallagher's season last year, Conor Gallagher.
See, Conor Gallagher's better than Saka, in my opinion.
I think Conor.
What? Okay, by the way, just to clarify, they put Kulusevski in world class. They put Saka close to perfection, but he was so reluctant to put him close to perfection because he feels Saka and perfection should be not in the same sentence.
I want to know what's in that
clowns
cup.
in a room, you get a laughing stock, bro.
No, I want to know what's in that cup, what they're drinking.
Real talk.
Real talk.
Now, but you know what? Yeah, this whole Saka thing. I like Arsenal fans. If any Arsenal fans are worried, they should just look at a couple of things. Number one, just go and watch All or Nothing. Go and watch Hayland, the new series of Hayland. Like, you'll know why I'm confident Saka's staying at our club. He's gonna at least give us another 2 years. I don't know what happens beyond that, but I can see him giving us 2 years. He loves the club. We love him. Like, if he was at any other club and he started kind of off the pace like this, maybe they wouldn't have the amount of faith to keep playing him and having him play himself into form like we've given him the chance to. So Bukayo ain't going nowhere. And number two, Real Madrid getting linked to English players. Is that a joke? Like, how many English players go over to international leagues? How many times does it happen?
Michael Owen, David Beckham.
Yeah. Exactly. So it stops right there. There's been multiple English players at the top of their peak that don't go into different leagues. Like, Sterling toyed around it. He'd won everything in England. Like, why wouldn't he go to Real Madrid if they're linked? No, because the Premier League is where it's at, bro.
No, you know why? Because in order to go to Real Madrid and be a foreign player, you have to be like the top echelon. They don't just because they don't want the quota to be taken up by too many players that are not going to be useful. They have a quota. Where in England, if you're English, you benefit the quota here. So that's why more people stay here generally, because the clubs are incentivized to have more English academy players in their setup. But I'm just gonna, before we go any further, guys, this is the big news of the day. Big news. Shout out to 90 Min. They dropped a statement. Nothing that we don't already know, but they're saying Arsenal are pushing hard to tie down Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli, and William Saliba to new long-term contracts. 90 Min understands. Now, I'm not no ITK, but from what I've heard, Martinelli's deal was already being sorted out in the summer. Saliba's deal might have been sorted out when he came back because of his camera crew and everything being there, and we're just waiting for him to switch numbers. I don't know why he hasn't done it yet. And Bukayo Saka's, I'm just going to say I have relatively close sources that have told me Bukayo Saka has signed his deal already, and we're just waiting for a rainy day to announce it. So good news there. Don't freak out. Don't worry. If you want to come back and cook me, if it doesn't happen, do it. But I am very confident that these three are going to be tied down very soon. But Martinelli is the one that I've heard the least information about.
Saliba, I just sent you one of my tweets just to back up what you just back on the first. This is what I heard as well. Just pop it up.
Yeah. Okay. Let me just put that on the screen for you. But yeah, guys, as we know, these guys, we need to tie them down. They're our future. We just seen Barcelona tie down their players and put $1 billion release clauses on all of them. Arsenal obviously going to do that, but at the same time, we have to make sure we get these contracts tied down. Update, I just heard that a contract for Saka, Gabi, and Saliba are planned to be wrapped up before the World Cup. No specifics.
And then go to the next one as well. Yeah, there was no date, but I just knew that that's the plan. It's to protect their value. Because obviously if they go to the World Cup as a Mazza, there's going to be every club after them. So if you get them on a secure contract, they have to spend it over the odds.
There you go. That is true. That is true. And you know what? It makes sense because the World Cup is going to be basically, it's going to be a showcase for every player who wants to transfer.
It's going to be the proper All-Star game, the one that everyone waits for, the one that everyone loves and wants.
You know what? You're right. Because that is literally a gathering of the best players in the world. But yeah, who wants to take this first? Because it's massive that these three guys get a new deal.
Mate, I'll go.
Apparently it can't happen because apparently Arteta hates Saliba. Apparently he hates the youth and all that. And I'm joking. I can't be asked getting into all of that. But you know what it is though? Look, you can clearly see from their responses. This is the thing, right? I always say, look, I know you can't slag your employees. I know you can't like come out and say, I hate Arsenal, all of this sort of stuff, or I hate Arteta. But you know when people exaggerate their love, that's not asked for. You can say Arteta's good. You don't have to say he's brilliant or he's excellent. He's helped me this much and all of that. When you hear how they praise what's going on at Arsenal and the ambition and the direction that they're taking, even when you look at William Saliba wanting to prove himself at Arsenal, you don't need to say these things, but they do. Why? Because they want to stay here. Of course, deals and all of these sort of stuff. It's more the agents. The players don't really get involved. If the agents will get the proposed contract and go, hey, it's what we can get you. This is the best deal that they've got on the table for you. Do you want to take it? The players don't need to get involved. Also, very rarely do they happen in transfer windows, especially in situations when clubs are trying to rebuild. We've obviously had to try and navigate the window and try and bring in as many players as we can. So contract talks will be there and happening, but nothing will be finalized. Plus, there's media that needs to be done. There's a lot of steps before things are finalized and sort of announced to the world. They happen months before that. I was speaking to some of the people that I know, and they've been telling me as well. They go, a lot of these deals don't happen when they happen months before. They're already signed, but they don't get announced until the media and everything's put in place for that to be released. And once it's all concrete and once that contract is fully gone through the process and the due diligence. So I've got no doubt that they've probably already agreed and signed their contracts, but they've just not made an official announcement yet. That's all it is to me.
Okay.
Yeah. Go on, Tish.
Yeah, the main thing is I don't think any of these players want to actually leave Arsenal. So I'm not really worried about whether the contracts will be signed or not. It's just, again, maybe we might not end up signing anyone in January, and that is when the contract extension will be announced. And you know how it works. So at that point of time, when all the Arsenal fans will be getting on the backs of Edu and Arteta and all those things happening, they will just
Drop
suddenly
those bombs.
drop an announcement.
Yeah,
So
Nitish knows the routine.
yeah, so they do that, and that is what I'm expecting. But again, with the only real doubt in my mind is, will Saka be staying here for more than 2 years or not? I mean, that is something that I am concerned about. We need to get the Champions League football wrapped up this season, and if we are able to do that, probably then he'll be a bit more happy and relaxed as well, because I think he knows that he's a big game player, and these offers will at one point definitely tempt him to move on with his career once he realizes that Arsenal is maybe a bit stagnant in comparison to other teams.
All right, shout out to everyone in the chat. Big up Ben in the house, Netweed. We're not done yet. Yo, guys, is there anybody else want to go on the contract thing, or do you guys want to move on to the final topic?
Yeah, there's not much going on contract. I'll just make it real short. Like, I'm not worried about I'm just not worried about them. Like, I would say that if we don't get Champions League, then maybe we'll start seeing the players leave. But I'm honestly, in terms of contracts and the players, are they committed to the project? Just look at how they play on the pitch. That alone should tell you about it.
And just from following up from that, I remember, Igor, at the start of the season, me and you spoke about the Saliba situation, and we said, and I said, if Arteta shows him that he's important to the squad before January, he'll sign. And I think it's clear to see that he's important to the squad from how much he's playing. So I can't see anything other than him signing.
Okay. There you go. So yeah, we're now gonna get into the final thing of the day, guys. I need some of your predictions, right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write this down. So next time we gather, we have some sort of record of this. All right. So we got 5 games. How many points do you think we can get over our next 5 games? Now that we don't play Manchester City, I'm just gonna go Premier League games only, right? I could go other games, but I just want to go Premier League games only. So so the way we're gonna do it, I'm gonna pull up each game, and you guys tell me how much what you think is gonna happen in that game, right? Where is it? PL. Where is it? What the hell's going on here? Sorry, guys, wasn't prepared for this. Rookie mistake. Okay, so the first game is the Brentford game. Predictions for the Brentford game, boys.
3 points.
Souls, Monty,
3 points.
Kunle, and myself.
Oh, and no score predictions, no? Just the W or...
Oh, do you want score predictions? I think it'll be 3. I'm going 3-0.
I think away, I'm going to go over a tough game. I'm going to go 1-0. I think that'll be a bit more tough than you think.
1-0?
Yeah.
I think, to be honest, I would just keep, just like Arteta did last time, show them the tweets, show them the last game, and go, because we owe them one at Brentford, not just one. We owe them one at Brentford, so I'm going for 2-0, man. It'll be a tough game, though.
2-0. What about you, Nitish?
I think because we haven't played in some time now, I think we'll be a bit rusty, like it affected Manchester City as well. I think it's going to be 1-2 to Arsenal.
So 2-1 win.
2-1, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that is that fixture. By the way, I'm going 2-1 also. I think it's going to be a close game. Now we're not gonna include Europa League games in this. And since we don't have a Europa League game this week, we're gonna go straight into the North London derby at home. We tend to not lose at home in the North London derby. But before we do that, shout out to people in the chat. Play along with us. Let us know what you guys think. Also, some people saying 1-1. Should I write down some of the comment section people's stuff too, just to keep a record of this? That would be funny. Netweed, we got my guy here, Ben. Right?
Take some regulars. Some of the regulars take.
I know for a fact Netweed is gonna predict us to drop points in every game. So Net's got to go on this sheet.
I'm going same again, same as we did at Emirates last year. Same again, 3-1.
Ben's gonna go on the sheet because Ben said 4-1. That is ambitious. Ethan's a regular. He's gonna go on the sheet. Ethan, that's 3-1. Just before we get into the North London derby, guys, because I want to see how much and play along, guys. Play along. Now let's go into the North London derby. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. We don't even need to see the graphic. We know what it's about. That, to me, is a game where we're going to concede a goal, and I think we're going to still win. And I'm trying to still go to the game. Hopefully, I can go there. I think it's going to be similar to last year, 3-1. What are we saying?
Same.
I'm going to go 2-0. I think the stadium is going to be absolutely electric, even more so than last year. And that's tough to do because last year it was fucking electric. But this year, boy, we're angry. We're angry about last season, boy. I'm going 2-0. I'm going 2-0.
Oh, Monty, man. I was predicting the exact same one. Yeah, 2-0.
Okay, so let's see what some of the people in the chat put. What's Netweed's prediction for the North London Derby? Give me your prediction for the North London Derby, guys. Give me your predictions for the North London Derby. Where are you guys at? Tommy's saying 2-1 Brentford. I don't see us winning. Come on, Tom.
Tom never sees us winning, so
Yes.
no big deal.
Yeah.
You know what?
Big up Tom, man. Big up
Tom is probably one of the most irritating fans when I'm speaking to him, but I like him. He's funny.
Like, we'll
Yeah,
beat a
we're
team
winning-
2-0,
even
like,
when
but
we're
we need to
winning,
beat
yeah, it's like-
Liverpool. We need to beat Liverpool. I'm like, we just played freaking Leicester, big man. Like, what you talking
Yeah, just
Wait,
chill.
wait,
bro.
wait.
When we get to Liverpool, we'll talk
Wait.
about that.
Is Netweed predicting us to lose? I'm confused.
Yeah.
You said 2-1 to you said 2-1 to Conte.
Netweed is drinking from that same cup that those guys were drinking.
Oh my
He's got the
God.
same supplier.
I'll go for 3-0 Arsenal against Spurs.
Okay, 3-0. What about you, Gunnar Souls?
Which one? The North and the Derby?
Yeah,
Yeah, 2-0.
2-0. So you know the crazy thing is we have us winning the next two games pretty much. For all of us have us winning the next two games. Now moving on to the next game. But before we do that, I need we got Ben gave us 3-0. Ethan, where are you? Ethan said 4-0.
I won't
Third,
lie, I'm a bit nervous about Brentford.
4-0. What, for
Where's
North
third?
London Derby?
third, and Tom. You guys are the last two to enter this. Tom also predicted Tottenham to win. North in the Derby at the Emirates, Tottenham don't win. Oh, he's backing us.
Big up, Tom. Go on.
We ain't losing at the Emirates, bro. We'll lose at White. We'll lose at fucking their ground, but
You know what? I like this. People are actually involved. I like it. But guys, let me know. I need Tom and third. I need your predictions, or else you guys are gonna lose your spot. Liverpool's next, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna pam Liverpool. 2-0. 2-0. We're pamming Liverpool.
do you know what? I reckon it goes. I reckon we'll go 2-0 up and they'll fluke a 90-minute goal and it'll go 2-2.
Bro, this is not the same Liverpool, guys.
I know, but they're just muggy in it. It's just Liverpool in it. They're just muggy as.
I'm going 2-1 Liverpool for that game.
Yeah. Yo, you know what? Third, you lost your spot. Tom, you lost your spot also because you're not quick enough for your predictions. You got to be quicker with your predictions, or else you're gonna lose your spot. Where's thirds? Yeah, third, you lost your spot, bro. Ethan's still on point, but yeah, what are we saying? 2-2, 2-2, 2-2.
2-1 Liverpool, bro.
I'm going
2-1
2-2.
Liverpool.
Ethan's saying 2-1 Arsenal. Okay, what is Ben up to? All right, Kunle, you said 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
Blasphemy.
Okay, Natish.
Bro, I don't want it. I don't want to be right. But
Natish.
I think we'll end up nicking that 3-2 to Arsenal.
Yo, Ben is moving mad. We've scored like 10 plus goals.
Ben, you're wilding, bro.
I like Ben. Netweed, where's Netweed? Netweed said 2-2. All right, what you saying, Natish? What was it?
I said we'll nick the game at the last moment, like because we're doing it at the Emirates, so 3-2 to Arsenal.
3-2. Oh, that's a classic Liverpool Arsenal scoreline. That I'm going 2-2. I think we'll go 2-0 up, and then they'll second half they'll come out and they'll mug a last minute goal.
Yo, guys, the most pessimistic fan is backing us to win 2-1. What?
You know, I think I should predict 2-1 for every game. At least one of those will click.
No, that's not how we're gonna do it. Anyways, moving on. Monty, what are you giving us?
2-2.
2-2. Oh, draw. Souls.
Do you know what? Yeah, Aura defending can piss off. Yeah, he's gonna get exposed again for his vision defending and not actually engaging. So I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go full smoke 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1.
Hey,
Also,
gotta
I
solve
nev-
tonight.
I
If that
can't-
happened, yeah, all my days.
I can't predict a loss anyway. It's not in me. If it was up to me, we're invincible. That's just the way I work.
Yeah,
You
I
know-
get the feeling Martinelli is going to destroy Trent.
Yo,
The way
guys,
Trent has been
Martinelli,
playing this season.
That's gonna be a hell of a battle.
Martinelli is ready, guys. Martinelli is ready. Did you see the picture he posted on the internet? Yo, he is ready. That's where I actually seen the picture before he posted it today. That was my thumbnail before he even posted it. Next, Leeds away. Guys, I don't know if it's a good omen or a bad omen, but Tommy's going to Leeds away.
Ah, Tommy, please, I beg. Watch that from the home, I beg, please. Bro.
I'm
not
gonna
the
go. We're gonna slap Leeds, bro. I'm thinking we're gonna slap. Yeah. Like,
Now Jesse Marsh's Leeds is different.
Yeah.
Don't forget.
I'm going 1-0. Tough, but 1-0.
am I crazy? I went 4-0.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, you're thinking Bielsa Leeds. You're not thinking Marsh Leeds.
I'm going 1-0. That'll be a tough
Okay,
game.
okay. You guys talked me out of it. 2-0.
No, back your prediction. I'm just saying, like, don't
I
forget
changed
it's a different manager, isn't it?
I changed it. Yo,
I
Ben,
think it'll be,
Ben is moving different, boys. 4 for
Ben.
4. 4-0.
the thing with this Leeds is that one of their main players is Rodrigo. I don't know if he's going to be fit for our game. He got
he will
injured
be.
recently. Yeah, again, but I think I'm going for a 3-1 win for Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm with Nitish, man. A comfortable 3-1 win. When they score the one, we're gonna have
Big
like a
clean sheet.
5-minute bit. Nah.
Yeah, I'm feeling a
3-1,
very
3-1.
Leicester-esque where we score and then we score again and then they get one. It pisses us off, so we get another one. And I think it will be like a 3-1.
You know, Netweed bottled it. He only gave us he didn't give us a prediction for the Liverpool game. Netweed, you bottled it, bro. You're giving us a prediction for the Leeds, but you don't want to give us a prediction for the Liverpool game. I see it. You're scared. Don't be scared, bro. What about you, Mons?
Leeds, I'm gonna go 1-0 Arsenal. I think it'll be tough, but it'll be a typical 1-0 Arsenal game. Like we'll be on them. They'll defend well, and then we'll just graft a goal out.
Tyler Adams, Aronson, like they've got a really good fucking team.
Yeah, they've got a
And just
decent
named 2
1-0.
Americans. That's jokes.
No. Okay, so Netweed, what was your prediction for the Brentford game? Because if you said 2-2, I have that written down for Liverpool, but I don't have a score for the first game. Also, I have Tommy. What's your prediction for Leeds? Let me know. And Conle, what's your prediction for Leeds?
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 win. Nitish?
3-1 to Arsenal.
3-1. What about you, Souls?
3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 Arsenal. You would think we're gonna win the league with these kind of numbers.
Hey yo, like I said, we go invincible if my predictions come true. I don't predict losses or draws.
There you go. And then just to let you guys know, at this moment in time, everybody except Mons, why am I saying Mons? Monty and Kunle are the only ones that don't have 100% records. Out of us three, we already have 12 points in the bag going into the final.
We have been a lot more positive for the Liverpool game, I think. Spurs, we should be winning, but Liverpool, it depends on how we play on the night and how they play on the night. So, apart from that, I don't think I have any doubts for the other games.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
but
then,
it just needs to be Aura defending in it.
now
As
that
long as
the
Aura
Man
defending
City game
don't
has
turn
been
up.
moved, boys, now that the Man City game has been moved, our next game is going to be Southampton. So Southampton away have been historically a rough game for us. What are we saying?
1-1.
Hey yo, but you think we're gonna beat Liverpool, but then drop point? Nah, brother. That's just.
I said we're losing to Liverpool, so boy.
Oh right, okay. Oh yeah, blasphemy.
1-1.
Yeah.
Wait, can you pull up what
Southampton, 1-1.
Southampton's games are up prior to that? I'm interested.
No, don't give him it. No, Egal, don't give him that. No.
No, you
Just let
have
him
to,
out.
man. You have to.
Nope.
Egal, Southampton doesn't have Danny Ings anymore, so
Southampton
one
schedule
problem there.
before they play us. They play Bournemouth, West Ham, Man City, and Everton.
All right, cool. They're getting slapped 4-0.
Why?
I reckon they'll collect their wins up in the games of 4, and they'll go into this going, oh yeah, we're all good, we're all confident, and then we're just gonna get fucking tapped.
No,
Like
but
if they were losing bare games, like and they had City and all these kind of mad, they would shut up shop and try and like smash and grab us. But if they go into those games, win a couple of them, they're gonna be a bit more lax, a bit more okay. We're probably gonna lose this game, but let's go at it anyway. And yeah, I'm gonna go 4-0.
Southampton are the oddest team ever. They can beat City 1-0, then lose 4-0 the next game. So easy.
Or 9-0.
They're the weirdest team in the Premier League.
Guys, Netweed said, what? Am I reading this correctly?
Yeah, that's what I think we'll slap them. Looking at their schedule with Prior, I think we'll slap them.
When you have Netweed getting gassed, you know it's a mad thing. Anyways, so the Brentford game, he went with a draw. Then he went with a loss to Tottenham, a draw against Liverpool. And in the last 2 games, he went with 4-1 and 4-0. So he has a total of, 8 points. That is the lowest out of everybody. Netweed, very pessimistic. Very pessimistic. Just to let you guys know, my man here, Ben, he has us winning every game by a goal margin of 2 or 3. But against Southampton, he has us winning 1-0. Right? And he went with 100% 15 out of 15 points. Ethan has gone 15 out of 15 points. He went with us to win every game and only concede every game except for the North London Derby where we win 4-0.
Wow.
I can yeah, with Ben I can understand because like facing Spurs then playing Liverpool I think we'll be a bit tired. So don't see a big win against Southampton, maybe a 2-1-ish.
Where's Tommy's? Where's Tommy's? What did Tommy say? Tommy, you haven't given me your prediction for Southampton. Anyways, I'm going Southampton. Guys, we got to drop points somewhere.
That's why I said 1-1.
That's why I said 2-2 Liverpool.
I'm gonna go. Fuck it, we're going 5 for 5.
You go.
I've done it again. 15 points. I've jinxed the team. Hopefully, it didn't jinx the team. But yeah, I've gone 15 out of 15. Then we got Kunle who went with 10 points. Then Nitish, you've gone for 15 out of 15.
Yeah, 2-1 to Arsenal against Southampton.
2-1 to Arsenal. 15 out of 15. Souls 15 out of 15.
Oh yeah, we're giving them their annual 9-0 beating.
9-0. Wow. If that happens, bro, I'll come back. I owe you a cupcake. Anyways, Monty, what are you saying?
For the Southampton game?
Yeah.
4-0.
I run some madness tonight. Right?
Okay, so
I think Marquinhos starts and fucking does a mazza.
Just to let you know, I have us getting 15 points. Nitish has us getting 15 points. Souls has us getting 15 points. Monty, you have us only dropping 2 points, getting a total of 13 points from our next 5 games. And lowest out of the 5 of us, who's Kunle, has us getting 10 points. Realistically, if we can get anywhere between 10 to 15 points out of our next games, Arsene Wenger is right. It is a title charge.
Oh, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
What's City's next games and what's City's, Liverpool, and Tottenham's next 5 games? Let's compare.
Monty, why are you even asking yourself these questions? Don't do it.
Hey, lemon free.
Right. Let me just before we go, because we're gonna have to go, and some of you guys have to go to sleep because we have work in the morning, obviously, including myself. Man City, they have Wolves, they have Manchester United, Southampton, Liverpool, Arsenal. Oh, the Arsenal game is postponed. So Brighton.
Hey, yo, no cap. We can definitely create a gap. But I'm not going title challenge. But we can definitely create a gap.
Let me show you.
If United beats them and Liverpool beats them, then yes.
We play Tottenham. after they play Leicester. Then they play Brighton. Then they play Everton and Manchester United. And Manchester United historically whipped their asses on a regular.
Bar Old Trafford the other year when they lost like 6-1 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah. Chelsea, I'm not even focused on Chelsea right now. Liverpool got their own issues, guys. They got Brighton, Arsenal. Oh shit, they don't play another game.
There were Chelsea fans calling Graham Potter out already today. It was crazy. I'm not joking. I sent it to a gal. I was creasing.
No way.
Yeah, because they love Tuchel, didn't it?
You know what? I told these guys, you're not going to see much changes in the first couple games, and they're like, you don't know nothing about football. You're going to see a complete different team. Shut up, bro. You went forward the back, but
they were ready for you, brother. If them lot didn't equalize, they would have been like, "Yeah, see, we told you." Man.
No, I actually want Chelsea to keep winning in the Champions League. I don't want them anywhere near the Europa League.
You know what?
What do you mean, bro? I want revenge, bro. I don't give a fuck
Same
about
here,
Chelsea,
bro.
man. I don't care who drops out that Champions League. They're getting packed.
Bro, Chelsea does not scare me, bro.
You guys know 538 does predictions for different tournaments and stuff, and their prediction right now is that Liverpool are second favorites to win the Europa League. They're not even
Every time I hear that stat, that's hilarious, bro.
You know what it is? Let's see if it's changed.
Wait, so if Liverpool are second favourite, who's the favourite?
Arsenal.
Yeah, boy. It's because we're getting fucking packed, boy. Told you, it doesn't matter who drops down, bro. We'll have them.
No,
bro.
I'm actually concerned about Manchester United and Chelsea coming into the Europa League. That's it.
Well, United are already
in the Europa League, bro.
Oh, yeah, United is in it.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you, look. I've seen the Europa League final, like in my dream. It was like a week ago.
Bro, I'm booking my Budapest flights next month.
Arsenal versus Tottenham Europa League final, bro.
Yo, guys, we're just outside of the top 10 rankings for the first time in 3 years.
Wow.
How is Salzburg ranked above us, bruv?
Who?
Salzburg.
No, Salzburg's they're gonna win their league. They're undefeated basically in their league.
Cool. But what? Fucking Austria.
We're ahead of some big boys, bro. We're ahead of AC Milan. We're ahead of
bro, until we're in the top 8. I don't care about this thing.
Yeah.
What is that? Is that the UEFA coalition? Is that coalition score?
No, this is the global rankings. But yeah,
based on,
let me show you guys.
What are they even based on?
Chelsea just helped them tonight.
Barcelona, Ajax, Liverpool, Inter are the favorites after Arsenal to win the Europa League, and they're not even in the competition yet.
How
United all the way down
when they're gonna come second in their group is stupid.
Barca, because they got beat by Bayern. I think they're just imagining in a situation in which they could potentially fall out, because them or Inter is gonna fall, right?
Mate, United down in 8th. Is that just like a thing for them?
No, because they lost to Real Sociedad, and PSV looked decent. Chelsea are even in it. What the hell?
Yeah, I get the feeling even Juventus will somehow end up in this in these.
Oh, they'll get packed in, man.
Mate, if Juventus coming, you know what? Let's bring it, because
we need to talk about this. Because all the Arsenal fans that talked about Allegri this, Allegri that, hey, don't get me started, man. Don't get me started.
Allegri this,
Allegri's a fraud.
Come to Emirates and get fucking packed.
Allegri's not a fraud, but I just think
he's a big fraud. He's a big fraud.
Nah, he's not a fraud. He's just suffering from not moving with the times. That when he went on a sabbatical, he literally stopped watching football for 2 years, big man. While other people were trying to learn what's going on in football.
Mate, I want to see Vlahovic down the Emirates and him get fucking shown levels by Jesus.
He can hold that. Look at this. They're dissing. They still think Liverpool's going to finish second, Tottenham finish third, Arsenal finish fourth.
What's this, the Premier League?
Nobody respects us, and let them continue, bro.
Man,
I don't know what Tottenham have done.
Chelsea
to
7th.
Look third.
I mean, Brighton 7th.
Brighton 7th, yeah. They have Brighton 7th. They're not factoring Graham Potter getting sacked. I mean, leaving.
Bro, Brighton might get relegated this season. Real talk.
Okay. These guys are like Sambi.
Nah, Brighton have got. The thing about Brighton though, they actually do have a solid squad. They actually have a solid. They bought well.
Next, though? They're not going to get another Potter guy.
Nah,
gonna
no,
get
but
like
true. But
a
like,
Sam Allardyce kind of
if
guy.
you look at it player on player, they've actually got a good squad. So
Yeah,
like,
last year this time, boys, we were plus a 10% chance of getting relegated. Now we have 0, less than 1. So it's progression.
Oh man.
Brighton have less chance of getting relegated than Man United. Love to see it.
Wow.
10.
Love to see it.
They also have a similar chance of getting top 4.
Wow.
So that's actually crease.
But Man, you're back though, as they say. Man, you're back.
Where's Leicester? Oh shit.
Oh shit. How the fuck are Nottingham Forest at the bottom, bruv?
Leicester have 1 point? What the fuck?
Yeah,
Bruv, how are Nottingham Forest at the bottom? Like, have you ever met Bournemouth?
Anyhow, Leicester take
Bournemouth
points
have
off
7
this
points.
weekend,
Bournemouth have 7 points, you know.
Yeah. I don't know why they wouldn't let Parker have a go at those 3 fixtures after them big boy ones, man. They did him dirty, man.
Also, Aston Villa have 4 points, but somehow they're relatively comfortable in mid-table.
Nottingham Forest go down after spending all that. Their club is going to be like the 90s all over again. They're going to go fucking broke.
Yeah, Nottingham Forest invested.
Like, trust me, bruv. Like, that's just
they've
peak.
got 23 players, guys.
What do you think about this? Fulham getting relegated and we get Mitrovic for 25 mil.
Jeez. I don't know what. I love it.
I would imagine having Jesus and Mitrovic as our number 9 options, bro.
But I say let Edin and Nketiah cook. I can't lie.
Well, you don't like that, Souls.
Yo, 1 second, guys. Let me just show you guys some of these things. So Champions League favorites: Bayern, Man City, PSG. Sounds about right. Europa League favorites: Arsenal, Ajax, Barcelona. Doesn't really make sense, but we'll take it. Villarreal, West Ham, Slavia Prague for the Conference League. Premier League, they have Man City, Liverpool, Tottenham. La Liga, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Villarreal. I don't know, Gunnar Souls, you got to tell me about that. This one here, 80% chance Bayern Munich winning the league. They win it every year.
Even matter? Like Bayern wins every season.
90. Look at this, 90% chance PSG win the league. You got 29% chance Napoli win it. 24% chance. This is the league you never know. You can never guess who's going to win that league now. Now that Juventus is finished.
Yeah.
You saw the game today. Napoli was like a man up and they missed a penalty twice. And then they scored 3 goals in the last 10 minutes against Rangers.
Mad.
Yeah, crazy.
Mate, I've said it so many times. I'll say it again. Yeah, don't know how you see like PSG and City were like second, third favorite. Arsenal win the Champions League before PSG and City.
Wow, what a statement!
Yeah, but City could win it this season.
Statement.
Is there any other league that matters, guys? Outside of the
go Portugal. I like the Liga NOS. I can't lie.
He said which league that matters, not the ones that you just like.
Yeah, Norwich are gonna get it. Watch Norwich come back up. Watch Norwich come back up.
Mate, the Championship though, I would say, do you know what? And I said this today. Actually, I was speaking to someone. The Championship is the closest league in terms of the Premier League, in terms of 1, competitiveness, and 2, physicality. That's what I prefer loan players going to Championship than any other league.
League On is pretty good.
Well, our loan players are loving it. The quality's not there, though.
Yeah, the quality's not there, but the competitiveness and the physicality is there.
You want to know what the worst league is? MLS. Because you could take the winner from the MLS, and I swear to God, you could put them in League 2, they'll get relegated. That's how.
Thing with MLS as well, though, you can never predict it because obviously they have a fucking draft system and they do all this trading shit.
And the playoffs.
That I fucking hate.
No, Monty, don't forget. Yeah, we need to innovate football.
Oh,
so, yeah, we need
the
draft
here. You know what I mean?
Don't forget. So apparently we need to take a leaf out of their book.
Yeah, if it was so good, why is it not booming, bro?
It's gonna matter. 200 million on 2 weekdays.
This is the one thing why people don't like American shit, right? It's because they call the Super Bowl the World Championship, right?
Yes,
bro, it's literally just you in it. NBA, it's a fucking national championship. You are national champions.
Don't make fun of the NBA title and the NFL title, because realistically they take all the best talent from across the world.
Yeah, realistically, cool. But the fact is, it's only one place it's played.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Wait, hold on, Egal. Did you really just try to spin it as they? Okay, the Premier League takes players from all over the world too and brings them.
You don't go calling it the World Championship.
World Champions. Why is it different?
It's different. Because
Why?
the NFL, there's other football leagues across the world. Nobody watches the CFL. Nobody watches the XFL. No one watches these other sports. And NBA, there's other basketball leagues across the world. Nobody
Okay,
watches these leagues.
But explain,
The best of the
explain
best-
Japan
1 second.
beating America.
The reason
bro.
why it's called the World Champions is because the best of the best in the world that play that sport play in that league.
Bro, you
Okay,
really
cool.
believe
If they
what
don't
you just
watch
said?
it, it
Egal, wait,
exists.
did you really
It's
believe
still a,
what you
it's
just
still
said
a,
now?
it's still a national championship.
Egal.
It's still
You're
a
my-
national
Egal,
championship.
you are my guy. You are my guy, but the confidence you just said that with, it actually looked like you believe what you're saying. And I know
No,
you
what do you mean?
I know you don't believe what you just said.
No, let me ask you a question. Can you name one good basketball player who's not in the NBA?
Jokic.
That doesn't make it. No, that's
but wait.
like. But the Premier League is the staple of like footballing leagues. That doesn't mean you disregard La Liga. That
football's
doesn't mean you
different.
disregard
Football's
Bundesliga.
different. Football's different because you could comfortably watch.
But you still
another
can't
league.
call it a national like league or world league.
1 second. Football is different because you know what? We need to have these shows where there's no agenda and we just talk because
Mate,
it's
real
much
talk.
better. I'm telling you right now, the NFL is representing the best football. The NFL is representing the best American football players in the world are in that league. There is no top level football player who's not playing in the NFL because of the money. Because of the money you generate and the thing, and no one's watching anybody else's NFL basketball.
Okay.
Now, let me explain something. Basketball is the definition of gathering the world's best talent and putting them in one league. Yes, it's being played in that country, but they have people from China in Yao Ming from back in the day. They have people from Greece like Antetokounmpo. They have people from Serbia. They have people from all these other places across the world. They have people from every single part of the globe gathered in this league because it's the best league in the world. And that is, if you want to say that's similar
Guys,
to,
I got this, guys. Let me respond.
if you want to say that's similar to the Premier League, it's not, because if you want to compete,
okay, Gav. But then that's like saying the Champions League isn't a European competition; it's a world competition. Because all the best, but all the best talent are in the Champions League. That is facts.
But you can find Brazilian players that play in Brazil that are better than some of the players in the.
Yeah, but then where did the Serbian players start? In the Serbian league, and then they got bought over to where? The NBA.
No, but look, this is it.
They didn't just magically come into the NBA.
Let's deep what's really going on here. Let's go through these sports like where it's world champions, right? So it's like NFL made in America, basketball made
in Canada,
baseball made in North America. Okay, we'll go everything made in North America. You lot make it a fucking world championship. You can spin it in how many angles you want, Egal. But the fact of the matter is, the world is not one country. A competition that takes contest in one country, regardless of how many people you invite over, the best this.
No. There's NBA games played in the UK, bro. There's NFL games played in the UK. You know,
there's not.
Yeah, it might be played in the NFL.
Okay,
but
do you know why they're played there, Egal? It's because of more money, and all the American started sports are driven by money, and America hog all the money for those sports.
Okay, let me ask you
all the rights for those sports. Hold on. If America decided to pump money into other leagues, then it could be more competitive. But they don't want that because America love to dominate a monopoly which they created, and that's what they do.
Okay, let me ask you this. Okay, if you have the worst NBA team and you pin them against other teams in the other basketball leagues, or the worst NFL team and you pin them against other teams in other countries that play those things, do you think there will be any competitiveness?
That doesn't matter though.
Yeah.
That's despite the point.
Like,
the only way, right, America can call themselves world championship. So now I've watched the IFAF, which is the International Football American Association, right? And that's where you have sort of Japan versus America, and Japan actually did beat America about 5 years ago in the final. But in regards to the other year, I think it was Mexico that got to the final, and they only lost by 3 points. It was like 40 points, like 40-37 or something like that. That is where American call themselves world championships, because they actually competed against the world, right? It doesn't matter if your fucking league is the best in the world, or it doesn't mean jack shit.
You're the world
champion.
champion.
Do you know what I mean? We have the Club World Cup, right? Because Europe is the best, the best leagues in the world. If you are the Champions League winner, you are probably going to win the Cup World Cup. But until you fucking do it, you are not the World Championships. You're not the World Champions. Until you have that Club World Cup and you play and you actually go and play the Tigers in South America and all these kind of players, do you know what I mean? Like you're not the World Championship.
Let me say this to the world. Understand that until you can bring a team or players that are better than the current players playing the NFL, the current players playing the NBA, the current players playing the MLB, you guys cannot make fun of the fact that they call it the World Champions because they're gathering the best players.
Why not?
Well, it's a national champion.
Guys, please let him land. I want him to finish the landing first.
He's not landing. He's literally digging.
Let him finish, please.
All right, go and finish it. You gotta finish.
Yeah, let him finish.
Simply put, the NBA, the MLB, and the NFL all have the best acquired talent across the world. They put them together in a league. Yes, that league is only played in one country. And yes, that league might not represent every single country in the world. I get that. But the reason why it's called the World Championship is one, because they're acquiring the best players across the world and they're putting it in one team. And that's why they're calling it World Championship. But you guys are saying it's not representing the world. It shouldn't be called the World Championship. It's only played in one league. But they're acquiring the best talent across the world. And that's hence why it's called World Championship.
But it's played in America. It's a national championship.
No, but there's no competition if they play against any other team.
That doesn't matter. There's no competition if everyone else is shit. That still doesn't make it a world competition.
If they win the Olympics, or if they made the Olympic sport,
they win the Olympics every year.
Up
everybody in the Olympics. They beat Nigeria 75 to like 170.
American football is not an Olympic sport.
No, American basketball.
Okay, yeah, basketball.
No, basketball.
I don't think that.
No, you said it the right way, Igal. American basketball. You said it the right way the first time, bro.
No, the American basketball team. No, the USA basketball team.
Yeah. So that basketball team can call themselves world champions because they competed against the world and won it. Fair enough. I'll allow that. Like it's like Canada. If they won the hockey league, they're not the world champions. But if they go and win the Olympics, yeah, they're world champions because they actually played the world and won. It's as simple as that. It's complete geography. It's not about who's got the talent. It's sheer geography. If you have not competed against the world, you can't call yourself world champion.
Because the thing is, this is how I interpret what you guys are saying, right? That's like, Premier League fans saying, because we're better, we've got a better league, blah, blah, blah. That's like saying, yeah, La Liga's not got the quality that the Premier League has, so we'll disregard that and we'll call ourselves the world, stage because we acquire all the world's talent. Or it's like the Champions League and Europe saying, you know what, South America never beats us, so fuck them, fuck all of these other Asian countries and all of this, right? Because we're going to dominate and we're just going to call the Champions League winners the world champions because we acquire all the best talent, right? So we should have the title of it. Shouldn't be a European competition; it's a world.
Guys,
you get what I mean?
You can't be mad at Igal for his stance. Like, look, the stance that he has, I get it. And if I grew up in North America, the way that they brainwash you,
no, but it makes no sense.
I probably believe it too, bro. No, but look, that's what like. If you see all the movies, America comes to save the day. It's the same way where Igal thinks what he's saying makes sense because of how they've worded it.
Oh yeah, America revolves around America, innit?
Yeah, like, do you know what I'm saying? So that's how they promote it.
Passports. Don't include me in those guys.
No, but that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. You're saying because it's in America, like it's in one place, and we acquire all the talent. That now makes it a world championship. It doesn't, because you've still not played other leagues. It doesn't matter how bad or shit they are. That's despite the point. The quality does not make you the world. It's stupid.
You have to compete against the world. Period. Like they probably would slap the world, sure.
Cool.
But until they do, they are national champions.
And that's like coming
in this fact. That's just geological fact.
Mate, it's wild.
It's just the name to market.
You guys have an issue. You guys have an issue with it being called the World Series. Do you have an issue with it being called the World Champions? Do you have an issue with those two specifically?
Yes.
Yeah. Just call it the National Series or like do you know what I mean? Because it's
the
national.
NBA champions. That's perfect.
Do you know what I mean?
NBA champions.
But the
can't.
NBA champions are considered the world champions.
No,
By
but the
who?
NBA champions,
No, by who?
by definition, is National
Americans.
Basketball
By only
Association.
Americans, bro.
National Basketball Association.
Igal, just because, yes, okay, I'll give it the
Yeah,
NBA.
but wait, did you not just hear what Igal said, guys? He said the NBA champions are considered as world champions. To who? Please tell us. To who? Because
even if we go with the logic of like, okay, that's one league. I've always said, look, despite the quality doesn't fucking matter. The quality is regardless. They can smack them up 10, 15, 20, 30 for eternity, but they still need to smack those teams before you can consider yourselves world champions.
You know what we've learned today? We don't need to have a topic. We can just start something. Something to talk about. This was probably more interesting than the whole freaking topic about Arsenal. Oh my God.
Anyway. I wanted to say one thing to stir it up even further. The guys in the panel were like, let's not change other football and keep it traditional, but they want to change the NBA and make it non-traditional.
Exactly! Thank you.
No. We're not changing it. We're just saying the technicalities of that. It's like this, right? So in cricket, you've got the Indian Premier League, which is by far the best league and probably the only league that's actually watched and supported.
Facts.
So if whoever wins that Indian Premier League is now automatically world champions, that makes no sense. And also, I don't think Indians are that deluded either.
Okay, let's end it here. Indians are not deluded; they're nice people. Ask Nitish, he knows. But yeah, let's obviously.
It's not the United fans.
Obviously, but yeah, we're out of here, people. Big up Gunner Souls, big up Monty, big up Kunle every single time. Big up Nitish for coming in late edition. Big up everybody in the chat. We will regroup, guys, after these next 5 games. We'll be back. Hopefully, all 5 of us can be back after the next 5 games. But I will let you guys know that I'm doing a preview on Friday. Tomorrow, I'm not doing anything because there's no games or there's no Arsenal game. And then on Friday, I'll be back with Premier League predictions for the upcoming weekend. Unfortunately, there's 3 games postponed, but we'll still talk about the rest of the games, and we'll get more in depth about Boehly's ideas with the Chelsea fans, see what they think also. But yeah, you guys have yourselves a wonderful day. Catch you guys on the flip side.
I remember Aubameyang had a blank today.
Oh yeah, Aubameyang. By the way, Aubameyang, if he doesn't score on his debut in the league, this is going to be the first time in his career he has not scored in his debut for a club. Period.
Why did you?